If I show them my messy parts, they will leave me.
Before we begin, I want you to answer this honestly without overthinking it. Have you ever held back a part of yourself not because it was wrong, but because you were afraid that if they really saw it, they might decide you are too much or not enough and leave? If that question made your chest tighten even a little, this video is for you. Because today we are not going to talk about confidence or self improvement or fixing yourself. No, we are talking about that quiet fear many people carry, the fear that love only stays as long as you stay polished. And I want to speak to you. Not the version of you that performs well, but the one that worries their mess is survivable in relationships or not. So let's talk honestly, gently, and without the masks. So let's begin. So here's the article which I wrote, and where a person is expressing their uneasiness. If I show my messy parts, they will leave me. And I mentioned, I hear you. I understand how uneasy that feels. It is perhaps the deepest fear we carry, the belief that our goodness is the only thing keeping people around and that our mess is ticket to loneliness. And I mentioned this because this is how it feels like if people know about your mess, maybe they will leave you, maybe they will abandon you. And when they do, you are going to feel lonely. And of course, when the person has said those things, I was like, it takes immense courage to even admit that fear exists. And I want to validate that. What you are feeling is real, valid, and very human. You are not broken for feeling this. You are protecting a heart that values connections deeply. Like, as a human being, for us, connections are very important, and we value all the connections that we have. Majorly, like, we can't say that for all the people, but like, human connection is very interesting thing and very rare when it comes to genuine human connections. Yes, there can be connection. We are human beings, we are surrounded by human beings, we will have human connections, but that genuine, that those kind of connections seems to be rare because it takes a lot of efforts and time, and it has to go through what I call test of time. Okay, so that's where I wrote that. So let's understand the psychology behind the mask, why we hide. Because yes, we all are, putting a persona, putting a mask. Persona basically means a mask. So we all are putting up a persona. So yeah, it is incredibly exhausting to constantly curate a version of yourself that feels lovable enough to be kept. Living with this fear feels like walking on eggshells in your own home, terrified that one slip or one moment of uneasy emotions will shatter everything. It makes sense that you want to hide. When you value someone deeply, the instinct to protect that bond is powerful. You have learned somewhere along the way that love is conditional, that it is a reward for being good, mature, or sorted. Like, it takes me to the time when this is a real incident that happened. Like, there was a newborn girl. Of course, few months have happened, and then the girl, again, the people comes, and the girl was being handed over to other people because they were, they were showing their affection, love towards the newborn, the young girl. Now, the girl was not crying, and that was very surprising to the people who were there in that situation. And they were like, how the girl is not crying, she's so good. And the parents were like, yes, my girl do not cry, she can go to anyone and she will not cry. And that made me feel that the kids who cry, it's okay, it's completely okay for them to cry, because they might be feeling uncomfortable. Strangers, right? Your parents may know, but you won't. So it is completely okay for you to feel uncomfortable, or anything. But again, that parental thing was there in them, that no, my kid do not cry. You take it, you take away from us as well, then also she won't cry. And I'm like, okay, why is that such a proud moment? Like, why? Of course, they would have their own reasons. However, if a kid cries also, I will not blame the kid. It's just a natural human response. If the kid is crying, there is some discomfort that the kid is facing. Let's focus on that. All right. So yeah, this happens that things are conditional, or it looks like they're conditional, and you are being rewarded for being good, mature, or sorted. And as humans, are we always sorted? Do all the mature people, like, mature people have never ever made any mistakes? Uh, do good people always stay good? Of course, they try to. It's like it's something which we are trying, which we are doing, but that is not a thing which will always be like that. There will be ups and downs, and in our basic nature we'll try to find the balance. So I think that is there. All right, let's move on. Perhaps you learned early on that quiet or easy was the only way to be praised. As I had talked about that child, that newborn. So if she was quiet, if she was easy to be loved and all that, she was being praised not only by the parents but also by the strangers. Strangers to the kid. Parents may know, but strangers to the kid, right? So she was being praised. The parents, when they were saying that, my kid can go to anyone, they had that pride in them. And that happens. Like, society do reward such things, don't they? And we are a part of society as well. But yeah, holding up that mask is heavy work. It leaves you feeling lonely even when you are with people, because deep down you worry, do they love me, or do they just love the performance I put on for them? I haven't met that kid, and now, of course, that kid would have grown up. It's years ago. And if I ask, or if I see how she is now, what do you think? Won't this will be happening with her? Won't she be somewhere questioning, do they love me? Or do they love me just because I'm easy, I'm approachable, or I do the things which they ask me to do, and things like that. Is it because of that they love me, or they love me because of who I am? It's tricky question, no? So that's where I have written it further. Perfection is a wall, not a bridge. So we try to be perfect, okay? We are polishing our walls, but where it is taking us. Let's read. We all think that only by looking perfect we will be able to attract the people we want in our lives. We correct our style, our look, everything else to appear the way we think would be liked, but by doing that we are building a wall. So basically, by building a wall, I mean that you are putting out a persona again, a persona which is based on what people would like to see. It's like you are wearing a mask, but the whole intention behind wearing that mask is, and making that mask is what people would like to see that mask to look like. Think of it this way. When we hide our messy parts, we are presenting a polished statue to the world, not a human being. And we are just putting layers of paint on that statue. Statues are admirable from a distance, but they cannot be deeply held. Yes, they are cold. The statues are cold. Humans need warmth. Like at the end of the day, irrespective of how perfect the mask was, how perfect all those things looked like, at the end of the day, a human just needs warmth. Warmth of personality, warmth of being themselves. When you constantly edit your personality to appear nice or sorted, you are exhausting yourself. You are showcasing perfection while ignoring the human side of you. The people who are meant to be in your life are not looking for performance, they are looking for you. Like this will happen. Of course, we are social human beings. We are asked to perform. Whenever guests used to come at our home, we were asked to perform. Whenever guests used to come to our houses, they were strangers, yet we were asked to meet them, greet them, talk with them. All that was performance, and this performance we have done years for years we have done, until we were able to say, no, I'm not, I don't want to go, I don't want to meet, and things like, and again we had faced all the things. So yeah, we have put a lot of performance, and now this realization that the people who are meant to be in your life are not looking for a performance, they are looking for you. It is very hard to embrace it, because for majority part of our life we were performing, and now we are told that performance is okay, but we want to know you, we want to understand you, and that is like, what you want to know me? I showed you, no, I'm smiling, I'm happily interacting with you. That's all. What is there to know about me? No, there is a lot. So behind that performance, who you are is what people want to know, and they are looking for it. They are looking for you, and the more authentic you would be, the more deeper connection you will form, and vice versa. Okay, perfection creates distance. Vulnerability creates connection. This is such an important line. Perfection creates distance. The more perfect you look like, the more perfect you are, the more distant you will be for them. Okay, you are, of course, doing your own work, doing your things. You have a style of working, and that could be perfect. But when things get perfect, it gets something like it gets away from being human. And what is being human? It is being vulnerable. Hard to believe. We all hide our vulnerability, yet that is the only thing that connects us to each other. If someone leaves because you showed them you are a human, they were falling in love with a mask, a performance, not a person. So they were falling in love with the performance that you were putting on, but not you. So in that case, losing a fan is not the same as losing a friend. So there's a difference between a fan and a friend. We misjudge sometimes. We see someone as a friend, but maybe they were just a fan of you. They were just looking at your performance and they'd be like, wow. But are they looking for you, or they were looking for the performance that you put in the social setting, in the social environment? Think about it. And this is one of my favorite section now. Consider this conversation with yourself. Close your eyes for a moment. Instead of pushing that messy part away, try speaking to it, because that is your part, and the more you talk with it, the better you will get with it. Okay, the better you will get at managing it and overcoming it as well. So here's a dear self. Okay, I will read it for you and you can close your eyes and just focus on my words. I'm sorry. I tried to hide you. I thought I had to be perfect to be loved. But I'm learning that my flaws are not mistakes. They are just part of being human. I'm not a project that needs to be finished before I can be loved. My mess is not a mistake. It is my history, my feelings, and my humanity. I release the need to be a statue. I give myself permission to be real, even if it is messy, and I give myself permission to work through that. In that process, the right people will stay because I am authentic human, not because I'm perfectly curated person. So this is very important, because as long as you are putting a mask, a performance, yes, people will like you, people will admire you for that. But the more they get to know you, understand you, they will know that what you put was a performance. And then they may like it, may not like it, and things can go in infinite ways. However, when you are being yourself, when you are being authentic, there is only one way things will go, which is in your favor. Like, even if things go good, it is in your favor. Even if things don't go good, like if you lose some fans, that is good for you. Okay, so now, of course, you don't have to unpack it alone, because it is a lot of things. Like, for years we have been performing, for years we have been doing something, and to just undo it, it is not easy. We have to go through it step by step. We have to understand what we are doing now, where it is coming from, and how we can, do it better, or bring those changes which we want in our future self. So yes, it is not easy. And neglecting this fear is scary. Yes, fear of losing people, fear of being lonely, fear of like that when people will know you, they will leave you. That fear of abandonment, this is not easy. It is scary. It requires doing years of the belief that you are only good if you are perfect. Oh my god. That is so true. That is so true. Like, oh, I only wrote that. No. Yeah, this is true, because we have been, like, social situations, we have been guided how to behave, how to be like, and all that, so that we can be accepted in wherever we were in, or in what social situation we were. And like, that has added a lot of walls, and to soften those kind of walls, and to be ourselves, to be authentic, it will take a lot of efforts and work. And you deserve a safe space where you can practice dropping the mask without the fear of rejection. And remember, you don't have to process all these uneasy emotions alone. Okay, so yes, I'm a counseling psychologist, and yes, you can always reach out to me. I could facilitate you. And in case you're wondering what was this, this is my website where you can read these kind of posts and let me know, did you felt heard? If you also felt that you're like, when people know about your mess, they might, leave you, then how does this video makes you feel? How does this blog post make you feel? Let me know. And yeah, as I mentioned earlier in this, that you need to ask yourself, do they love you or do they love the performance you put? And what would you want? Would you want them to love you or the performance that you are trying to put? Think about it. And of course, if you have any questions, any things, you can reach out to me. You can visit this website where a lot of uneasy emotions are discussed, and there are a lot of blogs. And of course, you can also share me your uneasy emotions, and I will either write a blog post or make a video or both, like this. Okay. So I will end this with my favorite quote, which goes like this: if you're not expressing, you're storing it, and it gets more uneasy. So why to make it more uneasy? Let's just express uneasiness.